Matt, what triggers the squeeze eventually? What's it going to look like?
What's going to look like? I mean, I think it's just going to be a very volatile, violent move to the upside. And like, just to give some, like, I guess more of the quantitative numbers to it, what Trey just said, the people who have been betting on this, on average, have had those shares loaned out for 47 days, which means they got in on average around the $10 mark, which means they're down 500%. And to put a number on that, that's over $2 billion. I get it. We're dumb money. We don't know what we're doing, but then why are they the ones down $2 billion and we're the ones that our P&Ls are like insanely high? So right there's just so much pressure against these shorts. I just did a quick rundown on the out-of-the-money options expiring tomorrow for quadruple witching. We're talking 37 million shares. And then the unknown factor of just FOMO buying. People, the story is resonating with people on a deeply human level. And I think that means we're going to see more and more FOMO buying, because why not stick it to Wall Street when you have the opportunity?
How much, Trey, for you, is it the stick it to Wall Street mentality that's driving your personal position in the stock?
I got to be honest with you, Melissa. This is something personal to me. So I come from a place where I wasn't very well off, right? I did not have a lot of money. In fact, there was a summer which I lived in the back of my car, serving and bartending at Buffalo Wild Wings, trying to make ends meet. And I think you get the peak, right? The peak of the iceberg, which essentially is built. The stock market's built around these suits and ties, the hedge funds, the big firms, the 1%, so they can continue to make money off the expense of a systemic problem that takes money from retail investors. I got an AMC in the swing trade back in January, and after watching what unfolded with Robinhood and some of the halting on trading, so you could only sell your security, I was mad. I was just flat out angry, and I dug into a lot of the research, due diligence, number crunching, and just learned, educated myself to come to see, hey, this is something that I think people are passionate about. This is a stock that I think has some more upside, and I think can send a message to these big guys on Wall Street to show, hey, the retail investor, we're not that stupid. We know how to make money, and we want to send a message to the short sellers out there saying you should stop betting against us. Simple as that.
There are a lot of issues that are raised on the Reddit boards and the chat boards, Matt, in terms of what is wrong with Wall Street and how things should be. What is your number one gripe? What's the number one problem in your view that needs to be addressed by the SEC or regulators or whomever?
From more of a higher level view, I think it's kind of insane that we've gotten to this situation that two 20-year-olds are coming on this show asking for more transparency in stock market plumbing. The amount of unknowns, the delay in getting data reports, all of it's ridiculous. And right now we just want more transparency. I think from that higher general level, it's just the field is clearly tilted. We're not engaging in a fair game across the board. There's just different rules for different players, and we're just asking for a fair shot across the board.
Trey, same question to you.
I would speak on the exact same thing. This is something I find very fascinating. It's the amount of retail investors that have gotten into the stock market in the last 12 months, right? Pre-COVID and pandemic, right? There was about 20% of actual transactions on the market for retail investors. Now it's 35%. Now, an even more mind-boggling number is off-exchange transactions, the transparency that Matt was talking about. It's about 50% of actual transactions that take place in dark pools and off-exchange trading. I mean, just the name dark pools, doesn't that, it sounds like something that you shouldn't even trust, and it's not transparent, right? You've got the T2 settlement system, you've got big brokers saying, but look at this, you're saving money on transactions, when in reality, it's really not, it's pennies compared to the millions of dollars that is, coming from the expense of the retail investor.